Hello, my amazing English learners, and welcome to SpeakEasy English, your space to grow, learn, and enjoy the journey of mastering English. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Whether you're walking in the park, cooking in your kitchen, driving to work, or just lying down and relaxing, thank you for choosing this moment to spend with me. Your time is valuable, and it truly means a lot that you're here, listening and working on improving your English skills. You see, learning a new language isn't just about studying grammar or memorizing vocabulary lists. It's about connecting. It's about being able to express yourself confidently, understand others clearly, and feel at home in conversations. Whether they're casual chats with friends or professional talks at work. And that's exactly why this podcast exists, to help you get there. Now, in today's episode, we're going to dive into a topic that so many English learners find challenging. In fact, it's one of the most common frustrations I hear from learners around the world, and that is understanding native English speakers. You've probably had this experience before. You study English for months, maybe even years. You know lots of words. You understand the grammar. You feel confident in class or when reading a book. But then, you listen to a native speaker, and suddenly, everything feels confusing. They speak so quickly. They use words you've never seen in your textbook. They drop sounds, mix words together, and use slang like gonna, wanna, or y'all. Sometimes it feels like they're speaking a different language altogether. You might find yourself thinking, why is it so hard to understand them? Am I not good enough? What am I doing wrong? Let me tell you right now, you're not doing anything wrong. In fact, what you're experiencing is completely normal. Even advanced learners go through this stage. Understanding native speakers can be difficult not because your English is weak, but because real spoken English is very different from the English we often learn in the classroom. Textbook English is slow, clear, and structured. But native speech? It's fast, relaxed, and full of real-life expressions, local accents, and cultural habits. And unless you've been exposed to it often, it can feel overwhelming. But here's the good news, my friend. You can train your ears. You can improve. And you will understand native speakers better with time and practice. You just need the right tools, the right techniques, and a little bit of patience. In this episode, I'm going to walk you through exactly why native English can sound so hard to follow, and then I'll share with you some practical, simple tips that will help you improve your listening skills starting today. So if you've ever felt frustrated or even embarrassed because you couldn't keep up with fast English conversations, don't worry, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're in the right place. Are you ready? Great! Let's get started. So, let's get into it. Why is it so hard to understand native English speakers? You've probably asked yourself that question before, especially if you've been studying English for a while. You know the grammar rules, you've memorized vocabulary, you've practiced speaking in class or with language apps. But when you hear native speakers talking in real life, or even in movies or on YouTube, it feels like your brain just freezes. You hear the sounds, but they don't make sense. The words blend together, and you can't catch everything. Sometimes it feels like they're speaking way too fast, or even a totally different language. Let me tell you, you are not alone. This is one of the most common challenges English learners face, and there are very good reasons for it. Let me break it down for you. 1. Native speakers talk fast. Most native speakers don't slow down when they talk to each other. In fact, in casual conversations, they often speak much faster than what you hear in English learning materials. Why? Because they're comfortable, they're in a flow, and they don't even realize how fast they're going. When you're still learning, it feels like a train speeding past you. You hear the noise, but you can't catch the details. 2. Words get connected. In real spoken English, native speakers often link words together. For example, I am going to eat becomes I'm gonna eat. What are you doing becomes what you doing. Did you see it? Sounds like did you see it? These connected forms are completely normal in natural speech, but they're rarely taught in traditional classrooms or textbooks. So when you hear them, they sound confusing, even though you do know the words individually. 3. Slang and idioms. Another reason it's hard to understand native speakers is the use of slang and idiomatic expressions. Native speakers love using colorful, informal language. For example, you might hear, I'm beat, which means I'm very tired. Let's hang out, which means let's spend time together. No biggie, which means it's not a big deal. These phrases can totally confuse learners because they don't mean exactly what the words say. They're more cultural and casual, things you only pick up by hearing real English used in real situations. 4. Accents. English is spoken all around the world, and even within one country, like the US, the UK, or Australia. There are many different accents. Someone from Texas might sound totally different from someone in New York or London. The way people pronounce words can change depending on their region, age, or background. So even if you understand one accent, another might feel completely unfamiliar. 5. Unclear pronunciation. And finally, let's be honest. Native speakers don't always speak clearly. We all do it. In our native languages, we sometimes mumble, cut off words, or use lazy pronunciation. English is no different. A native speaker might say, I don't know, instead of I don't know. Let me see, instead of let me see. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, instead of could have, would have, should have. If you're not used to these forms, they can be really hard to follow. Real life example. Let me give you a quick example. A native speaker might say, Hey, I'm gonna grab a bite. You comin'? Now, if you've only learned textbook English, that sentence might sound like nonsense. But what they really mean is, Hey, I'm going to get something to eat. Are you coming with me? See how different it sounds? So don't feel bad if you find real spoken English hard to understand. It's not your fault. It's just that natural English is fast, messy, and full of shortcuts. But don't worry. In the next part of this episode, I'm going to share some super useful tips that will help you train your ears, boost your listening skills, and make sense of all this fast English. You've got this, and I'm here to help every step of the way. All right, my friend. Now that we understand why native English can be so difficult to follow, let's shift our focus to solutions. Because the truth is, you can absolutely get better at understanding native speakers. It just takes the right techniques, a little bit of daily practice, and a lot of patience. So here we go. Let me share 5 simple but powerful tips that will truly help you understand real spoken English more easily. Tip 1. Listen to real English every day. If you want to understand natural English, you need to hear natural English every day. That means going beyond your textbooks and grammar exercises. Start listening to English the way it's actually used by native speakers. You can do this by watching movies, TV shows, YouTube videos, podcasts, or interviews. The more you listen, the more familiar your brain becomes with how English really sounds in everyday life. Start with subtitles. That's totally okay. Read along while you listen. Over time, challenge yourself. Try watching clips or listening to short sections without subtitles to train your ears. Choose shows you enjoy. If you like comedy, try Friends. If you like drama, Stranger Things or The Crown. For podcasts, there are many great ones like The English We Speak or All Ears English. The key is listen consistently. Think of it like going to the gym for your ears. Tip 2. Use the shadowing technique. Shadowing is one of the most effective techniques for improving both listening and speaking. Here's how it works. 1. Choose a short audio or video clip with subtitles. 2. Play one sentence. Pause. 3. Then repeat the sentence out loud, copying the speaker's pronunciation, rhythm, speed, and tone. 4. Keep doing this until it feels more natural. Why does this help? Because your mouth and ears start to work together. You're not just hearing English, you're feeling how it sounds. Shadowing helps train your brain to recognize connected speech, like Ghana or Lemmy, because you're practicing the same patterns. Start with short clips, maybe just 10 or 15 seconds. Over time, you'll build fluency, confidence, and better listening skills. Tip 3. Learn common slang and idioms. Native speakers use slang and idioms all the time. And if you don't know them, conversations can feel confusing or even impossible to follow. Let me give you a few quick examples. Break a leg. This doesn't mean to hurt yourself. It actually means good luck. Actors say this before going on stage. Hang out. This just means to spend time with someone. Let's hang out after class. No big deal. This means it's not a problem. You're late? No big deal. You don't need to memorize every slang phrase at once. Just start with the most common ones. Make a list in your notebook or language app. Add new ones as you hear them in songs, movies, or daily conversations. Tip: try using these expressions yourself. When you speak them, you'll remember them better. Tip 4. Use slow listening tools. Sometimes, fast speech can feel like a wall. That's why it's helpful to slow it down, literally. There are many tools that let you do this. BBC Learning English. They offer slow, clear pronunciation with subtitles. Elo.org. A fantastic website with free audio and video lessons featuring speakers from different countries. YouTube. Use the gear icon to slow playback speed. Try listening at 0.75x first, then go back to normal speed. Apps like LinkU, FluentU, or SpeechLing. These offer slowed-down audio and helpful transcripts. Training your ears with slow audio helps you build confidence. Then, when you go back to normal speed, it won't feel so fast anymore. Tip 5. Don't try to understand every word. This might sound strange, but it's true. Even native speakers don't hear every single word in a conversation. And that's totally okay. Sometimes we miss a word, or we don't fully catch what someone says, but we still understand the meaning. That's because we're focusing on the main idea, the overall context. You don't need to understand every single word to understand the conversation. You just need to catch the important parts. Who, what, when, where, why. If someone says, "Hey, I'm gonna grab lunch at Joe's. Wanna come?" You don't need to understand every sound to know they're inviting you to lunch. So stop worrying about catching every word. Train yourself to listen for meaning, not perfection. Quick recap. Listen to real English every day. Practice shadowing to improve your rhythm. Learn common slang and idioms. Use slow listening tools to train your ears. Focus on the main idea, not every word. You've got this. It's all about practice, exposure, and staying motivated. In the next part of this episode, I'll give you some practical action steps to help you start using these tips right away. Keep going. You're doing amazing. So, my friend, let's bring it all together. Learning to understand native English speakers is not something that happens overnight. It's a journey, a process that takes time, patience, and consistent practice. But the most important thing to remember is this: you are already on the right path. Just by listening to this podcast, you've taken a big step forward. Let me remind you of something powerful. Every time you listen to real English, you're training your brain. Even if you don't understand everything right now, your brain is learning. It's adjusting to the sounds, the rhythm, and the flow of the language. Think of it like a plant. You water it a little every day, and even if you don't see it growing right away under the surface, something amazing is happening. Every time you repeat a sentence out loud, you're getting better. When you shadow native speakers or practice repeating what you hear, you're building muscle memory in your mouth. You're improving your pronunciation, your confidence, and your listening ability, all at once. It's like working out at the gym, but for your speaking and listening skills. And here's something else I want you to remember. Progress happens in small steps in times we think, I studied for weeks and I still can't understand movies or fast conversations. But that's okay. Learning any language is like climbing a mountain. You don't reach the top in one giant leap. You climb one small step at a time. Each moment you spend listening, reading, repeating, or thinking in English is part of your climb. So give yourself credit for showing up. Be proud of yourself for trying. Because most people never even begin. You're not just learning English, you're building discipline, focus, and a stronger version of yourself. Be kind to yourself. I know it can feel frustrating when you don't understand everything, but please don't be hard on yourself. That frustration is normal. It just means you care. It means you want to grow. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, say to yourself, I'm learning and I'm getting better. It's okay to not understand everything yet. I'm stronger than I think. Here's a simple habit you can start today. Spend just 10 to 15 minutes a day doing one of these. Watch a short English video and shadow the speaker. Listen to a podcast, like this one, and write down useful expressions. Repeat 3 new slang phrases or idioms and try using them in a sentence. Slow down a clip from YouTube and listen for connected speech. That's it. Not 2 hours, just 10 to 15 minutes. What matters is doing it consistently, every single day. That's how fluency builds. Quietly, slowly, and powerfully. Your English dream is possible. Imagine a day when you can understand movies without subtitles, join conversations without fear, travel with confidence, make friends in English from all around the world. That day is coming, if you keep going. Let me say this clearly. You are smart enough, you are strong enough, and you have what it takes. I believe in you. And every episode of this podcast is here to support you, motivate you, and remind you that you're not alone on this journey. Before we go, a quick challenge for you. This week, I want you to choose one of the tips from today's episode and try it. Just one. Maybe you'll try shadowing a scene from your favorite show, Or maybe you'll look up 3 new idioms and use them in a conversation. Or maybe you'll listen to a slow English video and write down what you hear. Whatever you choose, take action, because listening is good, but doing is what creates real progress. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for spending this time with me here on SpeakEasy English. I'm so proud of you for being here. Remember, learning English is not just about speaking a new language. It's about opening a new door in your life. Keep practicing, keep listening, and most of all, keep believing in yourself. You've got this. Until next time, take care and keep speaking easy. Before we wrap up today's episode, I want to take a moment to say a heartfelt thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And thank you for taking time out of your busy life to grow, to learn, and to improve your English with me. If you found this episode helpful, enjoyable, or inspiring in any way, I'd love to ask you for a small favor. Something simple but powerful. Share the love. Think about one friend, just one, who's also learning English. Maybe it's a classmate, a coworker, or even someone in your family. If today's episode made your learning feel easier or more fun, please share it with them. You never know how much that one share could help someone else feel motivated, supported, or understood. When you share this podcast, you're not just passing along a link. You're building a community of learners who want to grow together. Leave a review if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any app that allows reviews. Please consider leaving a short review. Just a few words about what you liked, what helped you, or how the podcast has supported your journey. Your review helps other learners discover SpeakEasy English, and it also tells me what you enjoy most so I can keep creating episodes that truly serve you. And hey, if there's a topic you want me to cover in the future, you can include that in your review too. I'd love to hear from you. Follow the podcast. Don't forget to follow or subscribe to SpeakEasy English wherever you listen. That way, you'll never miss a new episode. Each week, I share tips, strategies, real conversations, and motivational messages designed to help you become more fluent, more confident, and more connected to the English-speaking world. So go ahead, hit that follow button. Let's keep learning together. A final reminder for you. Before we say goodbye, I want to leave you with this simple truth. You are not just learning English. You are becoming confident. You are becoming fluent. You are becoming free. Free to express your ideas. Free to connect with people from around the world. Free to grow into the person you want to be. Learning a language is not just about words and grammar. It's about unlocking a new version of yourself. So wherever you are right now, walking through the city, cooking in your kitchen, riding the train, or relaxing after a long day, I want you to smile and say to yourself, I'm doing it. I'm getting better. I'm proud of myself. Because you should be. You really should. Until next time. Thank you again for spending this time with me on SpeakEasy English. If no one has told you today, you are doing great. And I believe in you. So keep listening, keep practicing, and most of all, keep going. I'll be right here, cheering you on every step of the way. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care, and as always, keep speaking easy. Love.